evening, YouTube. You guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. We are continuing on the top 5 series by bringing you top 5 spell cards this format. Now, just like the top 5 monsters, top 5 spell cards are going to be the best and most used top 5 spell cards, opinionated by the TheCaliEffect this format. These spell cards are not definitively the best 5, but I'm going to give some pretty good reasons. Let's get to the video. Number 5 on this list actually kicks Twin Twisters off the list because apparently this card's a lot better than Twin Twisters. I'm talking about Card of Demise, and Card of Demise is one of the best broken cards of the format. Why? Because while these Demise decks haven't really seen a lot of wide success, they're still pretty competent decks. Now, Card of Demise basically says, hey, set all your trap cards, draw 3 cards, set all your other cards, discard the rest of your hand. Or if you're playing Pleas, Yosinjus, Tellers, Gravekeepers, or any of those type of decks, proceed to plus, because this card is going to bring you over the top. Now, Card of Demise isn't essentially a broken card. It's just the way that people play it make it so good, I guess you can say. And maybe abuse the fact that it has almost virtually no drawbacks. Is it a great card? Yes, like I said, and that's why it's on this list. But I'm kind of hoping for that ban list to fix this right here. Number 4 on this list is Emergency Teleport. Now, Emergency Teleport has multiple uses, and that's the reason why it makes it on this list. The first effect, or the only effect of Emergency Teleport, is to special summon a level 3 or lower psychic monster from your deck. Cosmos loathe over this card. When I mean loathe, they love it, because almost every single monster that they play that is not a ship is a pilot that is level 3 and lower. Being able to special summon a Farm Girl and deflect damage and then add a Dark Destroyer from your deck to your hand, or just being a Straw Man and special summoning monsters from your banish zone, all the way down to being a Cosmo Tin Can, and being able to dodge the effect of Emergency Teleport, show my opponent 3 Cosmo cards, add 1, and then banish the Tin Can to special summon a Cosmo monster from my hand. Emergency Teleport has plenty of uses, but back to its versatility. This card actually goes really good conjunction with Blue Layer, because you can run 2 Emergency Teleports, hell, you can run 5 Emergency Teleports with 1 Blue Layer and get rid of it and get it done and have Emergency Teleport live every single time. Blue Layer is a psychic monster that when it is special summoned, you get to add a Super Quantum monster from your deck to your hand. But the most important thing about Blue Layer is that when it's sent to the graveyard, you can shuffle it back to your deck. Easy use for another Emergency Teleport. Now, it is a pretty limited pool for Emergency Teleport to work with, but the cards that I just mentioned are really good in themselves. And that's what makes Emergency Teleport so amazing and on this list. Number 3 on this list is the Monarch Stormforth, and the later in this format it gets, the more unfair this card becomes. The Monarch Stormforth allows you to tribute your opponent's monster at the cost of not being able to special summon from your extra deck. Really? Is that really a cost? Because Domain Monarchs don't even use the extra deck. Extra deck Monarchs, normally when they're activating this card, it's on the opponent's turn anyway, so this card doesn't really have a cost. Added the fact that it's a quick play, and like I said, you can use it on your opponent's turn, and the fact that, it's a spell card and it's searchable, makes the Monarch Stormforth a force to be reckoned with. Now, the best thing about the Monarch Stormforth is that it doesn't target. So, Cosmo Dark Destroyer is just tributed, because it doesn't target. The Monarch Stormforth is an awesome card, basically getting rid of almost every problematic threat that you have to deal with in the form of tribute summoning it for your monster. It is definitely the modern day Soul Exchange on steroids. Number 2 on this list is Brilliant Fusion. Why is this card so good? Brilliant Fusion is a spell card that sends a Gem Knight monster from your deck and an appropriate other monster from your deck to special summon a Gem Knight monster from your extra deck. And you're thinking on first hand, like, who cares? Gem Knights suck, everything about them sucks, and then you look at Gem Knight Seraphonite and you're like, oh. What Gem Knight Seraphonite does is it gives you an extra normal summon. It's a level 5 monster and it's an Earth. There are a lot of strategies that can use Brilliant Fusion, and that's why it's on this list. Whether it's extra deck Monarchs all the way down to non-competitive decks like Madolches, back to semi-competitive decks like Super Quantums, Brilliant Fusion probably could find a home into your deck. A couple weeks ago I actually tried Brilliant Fusion Mermail. The bad part is that it worked. This card is ridiculous. Being able to send monsters from your deck to the graveyard, most of the time it's a Gym Knight monster and who cares. But the best thing is that you can special summon a monster that's level 5, easy access for, Synchro 6, 7, and 8 plays, and rank 5 plays, and then gain an extra normal summon. Brilliant Fusion is a very, very good card, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it on the ban list just because of its versatility. Number 1 on this list is probably the most awesome card in existence right now for spells. But before I can get into that, I just wanted to say that, yes, this list is very TheCaliEffect opinionated, but more importantly, I wanted to see your top 5 list down below of the best spell cards in the order that you guys want them. Now, this card, you guys have been wailing on it, saying this card should be banned. I outright don't disagree with you. It's limited to 1 in the OCG for a reason. I'm talking about Pantheism of the Monarchs. Now, anytime you can discard a Monarch card to draw 2, that's perfectly fine. It's the banish effect that gets to you. Being able to banish Pantheism to show your opponent 3 Monarch cards, and then your opponent adds 1 of them to the hand is what puts Pantheism over the top. It's an instant plus, I don't even know how to count it. Is it a +2, or is it a +3, or is it a +5? Mainly because no matter what, as long as you play Tenacity of the Monarchs, you'll probably be able to search whatever you want from your deck to your hand. This card is literally outrageous, allowing you to dig deeper into your deck, but also because cards like the Monarch Stormforth, the Prime Monarch, Tenacity of the Monarchs, Return of the Monarchs, and Domain exists, this card becomes over the roof, over the top, over whatever. This card is just completely broken. Why are we even talking about it? Its effect in itself just says I'm broken. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of TheCaliEffect. Again, if you guys would like to post your top 5 spells of the format down below, I'd be more than happy to see it. Now, don't expect me to reply to every single one, because that's just not how TheCaliEffect roll anymore. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy.